So I guess we are live, and let's just start with congratulating ourselves on on our yesterday's contest. Uh, so yesterday I gave a contest, a tip three contest, and voila, our rating increased by 288, and now our rating is 663. We have jumped after a long time. We have jumped, finally jumped. I'm really happy to see that I was able to increase my rating from 375 to 663 almost. I was really happy to see that. And now we'll try to give we'll try to get better, definitely. But that's currently where we stand. And I'm quite happy. So the goal for today is to basically basically do at least four problems. To do four problems before and the first few. So yeah, let's start. Let's start. So let's start. Let's start with this one, right? Yeah, we don't need a welcome chat. Fucking retards. We have already went and done this. We have done this shit before. So my computer is apparently lagging as usual. That's not right. That's not good. That's really not good. But why is a young girl from a fucking high school? So yeah, I like a dumbass spilled water all over my table, and now I have to clean it. She can select an arbitrary and for all rights. Place a plus one. Replace hair plus I with hair plus I and replace. Replace this with this. It was and operation. अरे fuck me. Bitwise and is a binary operation that takes two input and binary arrays and performs logical and operation side by side basically. One zero zero. Right. Okay. 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 This operation can be performed a number of times. For example, if my inputs five arrays is for example, 2,5, 2,5, 10, 11, comma, 18, and 5, 3, and 4, and 5. I don't have a best friend. I don't. value of the maximum value in the sequence. Okay. The third element is 3 and 1. I'm unable to understand the question, to be honest. One integer and memory value the maximum value in this sequence. Now, Mappa wants to minimize the maximum value in the sequence. Uh, okay, so these are the properties. Mhm. So we should basically take an interval in which the we minimize the maximum value. So
So I think we were able to solve this problem. I'm most probably sure that I have the right idea about this problem. Let's wait a minute. Ah, fuck. If it passed, then running on test two, then I will be fuck. So it's not right. What a dumb way to like announce this. What's like in which case is this? 15 and 7. How is my code giving 3? I don't know myself. Like, no, the lowest value is actually 3. So 15 and 3, the output is 3, right? So where is this going wrong? uh, just most of a sequence in each operations, you can select an arbitrary L comma R, and for all values of I R L minus 1. You can basically replace the value with and. Okay. Where it and denotes bitwise AND operation. This can be performed any number of times. Mocha wants to minimize the maximum value in the sequence. If AI is 0, and then it will be minimum and the maximum. So, like, what's wrong? Can't seem to understand what's wrong with this question. Uh, you want to minimize the maximum value, then we will have to do an AND, because with an and and will decrease its value minimum with the possible maximum value is max and min. Maybe possible, maybe the minimum possible maximum is. That was basically understanding the entire question. We don't have to find the minimum value of the original maximum. We have to find the minimal value of the maximum value in the sequence. We have to do basically na what x and y is less than equal to x. Yeah, every operation can only remove bits. Yeah, nothing about one particular. Suppose some bit is zero in one element. Can we actually eventually make every element have that bit equal to zero? Yes, because ANDing with that element removes that bit. I'm still not able to understand why I'm not even able to understand the question, to be honest. I initially thought that the question was to find the maximum value in the array and then make it its minimalist value, like the minimum value it can have. I initially thought that was the question. But you are saying that the question is something else. Can you understand me how you came to that conclusion, and then can you understand me the can you make me understand the exact property which you are talking about? The problem says minimize the maximum value in the sequence. Minimize the maximum value in the sequence. Suppose the array is here. So we want to perform the operations until the largest element is as smaller. It doesn't say reduce only the maximum. Instead, we are allowed to modify the entire array as many times we want. The whole array again and ask what is the largest element now. Okay, so that changes quite a bit of things. Okay, so okay, so after doing as much operations as possible, then we decide, then we see the entire array and try to find the maximum value, which is the minimum. That's what the question is asking us. But uh, one day can so there isn't this way like can't this work will work like traverse the entire array, find the minimum value, and then just do and of every element with the minimum value itself,
and then traverse the entire array and find the maximum value in the array. So I think that way that will also work. What do you think? Why we can't? The minimum is three. Your idea would produce three and three eleven and three seven three and three seven and three. So we get three three. So maximum is three. And maybe that's actually the answer is 6, 10, and 12. The answer is but after doing this, with 6 and 12, 12 and 6 and 10 and 10. 6 and 12 will be the 4. So 4, 4, 10, 4. You can only add mirror positions inside one. You cannot simply say 12 and 12 with 6. The operation is rules special. But we can take the, like, we can do this. We can take the, uh, in each operation, she can select an arbitrary. Like, we can do unlimited number of operations, right? So it should matter. So my approach is wrong. Like, even this is wrong. Hmm. The operation spread bets not values some problem that's supposed to be. Spread 3 is 1001. 5 and 6. And LNR should be different, right? Uh, LNR can equal when we equal as well. So 5 and 5 will give 5, 6 and 6. So let's say 5 and 6 will give 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1 is basically. So 5 and 6 will. How can I make this 4 and 4? You can, I can think the whole. Like, if we do this, then for this, first we make 5 and 5. Oh,
Who are these people? Why? So far below. I, no, no, I'm still not able to understand why this is the solution. Answer was not declared. Answer is not declared. I'm still not able to understand like how this is the solution to this problem. Uh, Let us first actually solve this and then try to see how this is the solution. Let's do a dry run for some cases and try to understand our approach, right? Three, like let's do for this 31137. Now we do 3 and 11 and value or so we are if we take this case we yeah, declare initialize the answer as 3. Now we do and 11 and 3. So 11 and 3, the answer is 1, 1, 0, 0. So it's basically 3. 11 and 3 is 3. Answer remains 3. Then we go to 3. 3 and 3 basically still the answer remains as 3. Then 7. So 3, 3, 3. Then 3 and 7. 1, 1. And the answer still remains as 3. The maximum value between all of them is 3. Oh, 3 stepwise is 0, 0, 1, 1, 11 says 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Then 3 is 0, 0, 1, 1. And 7 is 0, 1. Like we have to find a way in which we minimize all the solutions and then find the maximum one. So we can just say this here. Answer is 3. Because, oh, so it was a particularly good question to be honest. Uh, so basically, what we had to do was that if uh, if uh, like what we had to do was like the main observation in this question was that accepted, right? Obviously, fuck you. Like if we take like if we do and of any value and if we do that with a 0, then the answer will be 0 for that particular bit. Like if there are 4 bits, 4 bits, 4 bits, 4 bits, then if the on the first bit of the third bit of the first value there is a 0, then for all bits the answer will come to be 0 for the minimum value. So we do that, and then if there is a 1 and if there are all ones in that particular bit, then there will be a 1, right? Even the minimum value will have that one, right? So we just do ands and we just basically take the and of the entire array, and in this way we get the minimum possible value, right? Because minimum value is basically uh,
is the value which we will get after doing all the ANDs, because the first zero, like if there is a zero bit in the place, then it all the other bits, all the other characters, all the bits in that same place in other elements will have zero as well, will get to be zero, because we are finding the minimum value. And so if there is a zero, then it will become a zero. And if all of the places has one bit, if every place has one bit, then only it will have one bit. So we will basically take the and of all bits. And that will be the answer. That's how we will minimize the maximum value. Pretty interesting problem to be honest. One more GCD problem. And this is a problem we have solved. No, we haven't solved. We were trying to solve it that day. We weren't able to solve this. Okay, so we'll try again. Hmm, let's just delete all this garbage so that we can start afresh. Because I don't even remember the problem statement actually. It came in a Dev 2 competition. Tomorrow I have to give a competition as well. So register for it as well. It's on 18th. So. And don't worry, I will still stream, right? I won't stream the I won't stream this particular contest, but I will be streaming beforehand, like me solving questions, just to maintain that, mm, just to maintain that streak of going live on YouTube every day. So the registration is complete. Hopefully, we'll again rise up in our ranks tomorrow. Hopefully. Also, it is time for your first ever race in the game. Is trying to encourage it at $8. $50 put the fans into the excitement fans in the GCTA. What gambler fans they are, right? Why can't they just have fun watching Ronnie and we play? Like, why they have to bet? No, they're not betting. They're like, I am just calculating mathematically what the excitement of a human is. That's a pretty cool idea. Right. We can perform two operations, increase both A and B by one. Now you can perform any of those problems and one move, right? You can perform arbitrary number of moves, like any number of moves, determine the maximum excitement that the fans can get, and in the minimum number of ways
required to achieve it. Paint a single containing if the fans get excited, like the maximum excitement the fans can get, and the second integer must be the minimum number of things. So return maximum maximum excitement excitement fans and the minimum number of moves. Right moves. Yeah. 8 and 5. Number of pages and contains integer and can be like this is the excitement of the fans. Excitement. Okay. You should probably get a haircut soon. Not gonna lie. In what case? Like when 4 and 4, because then we can keep on increasing, and the GCD will keep on increasing because 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7. The GCD will keep on increasing, and we as we keep on adding ones, then the second case is so in that case, uh, it will infinite excitement because we can infinitely add ones. So in that case, you have to print 0, 0, and rest of the cases is why? Because if we are doing things, What is a return type of uh, return? Don't tell me it's double. So shouldn't it is done by what is that? So there should be an end of line. That's something channels. What that isn't. Oh, I never added septum, yeah. Like I never added septum. At least like compile. So the received output is 3, 0. Why? Uh, 8, 5. The minimum is 5. When you work in Python, C++ starts to feel like, I feel allowing like 3, 1, 1, 3, 2, 8 and 5, 8 and 5. So, yeah, so that's not right. Why there aren't more cases? Why the rest of the cases didn't run? I can just take the hint on the CP31 sheet, like why I'm going there. Oh, I didn't start, so it was speaking. Decided to reset. Yes, why is it still working? Consider calculate GCD as A minus B minus B modulo of fish. Hmm. We move out to 0 x so do is equals to x is equals to n1 of B GCD minus GCD minus B out to GCD minus. Why? Like this is something which I already understood that the maximum excitement GCD A comma B will be equal to A minus B because since we are only adding one and one, like the only case possible which comes to my mind is like if it's 7 and 10, then eventually it will become 12 and 9, or it's 20 and 40. No, it's 21 and 40. So eventually it will reach 60 and 40, 20, 40 and 20, 41 and 21. Then it will eventually reach 60 and 40. So the GCT will basically be the difference between A and B. That much I understood. Now the question is like moves is equals to minimum of B modulus GCD and GCD minus B modulus GCD. Why? That's uh, that's something we have to understand. Like why that's the thing, right? Yeah. GCD is equals to B. Does not change by applying any operation or B can be changed arbitrarily. Here B can be changed, but what does that matter? P modulus GCD will basically give the what I was calculating, the modulus value, like I was initially calculating this, like the smaller values modulo. So then why is it GCD minus B minus modulo B plus GCD? Let's take some examples and then hopefully we'll understand it. Why. Like let's take this example. If A is 3 and B is 9, then basically GCD is A minus B, which is like not A minus B, but uh, like the minimum value, right? Take the minimum value, obviously, right? Obviously, like I think six. Like B is the minimum value, then most is equals to like we don't have two anymore. No, no, we because right now the GCD will be 3 and we have to maximize that to 6. So GCD minimum of B modulus GCD, which is so B is taken as 3 or let's take as 3. Yeah, let's take as 3. Let's take B as the lower value and then GCD is 6. So in both cases it would have come 3. The answer would have come 3. Then GCD 6 minus plus 3. Just B is 3. Minimum value is basically uh, if the fans can get an infinite right, let's just put this out first. Let's just sort it out of the way. If A equals to yeah, not this and then else, and else. Now this is. Otherwise, the maximum excitement that fans can get is A minus B, and the minimum number of moves to travel. G width is minimum A modulus G, again G minus A modulus G. Why? 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 So A should be greater than. Otherwise, we can swap A and we look at GCD of A minus B is A minus B GCD. It's basically GCD of A minus B comma B if A is greater than B. So that is GCD of 8 is equals to GCD of 10 minus 8 comma 8 GCD 2 comma 8 is basically 2. So but we can like further do this like GCD is have to take the maximum value and keep it as it is and then do 2 minus 6. But that won't that wouldn't do anything, right? Like GCD of A comma B, greatest common divisor is GCD A minus B comma B. 2 comma 8, then 8, 8 comma 2, so 8 minus 2, and lower value we write. So it would have been GCD 2 comma 6, and GCD of 6 is greater, so GCD equals to 6 minus 2, 4, and then the lower value which is 2. So in the end it would have come out to be 0. And if there is something like a comma 0, then GCD of a comma 0, then the answer is basically a. So value of a minus b does not change. Yeah, no matter how many times you apply the solution, the value of a minus b does not change. You can arbitrarily change the values b to a multiple of a minus b by applying the following operations. In this way, we can achieve a GCD equals to a minus b. Where this, I will I will learn about it like off stream, and then uh, I will understand this, and then I will explain it tomorrow. That's what I will do. For now, let's just put this and get this out of the way, right? See, but we have to take the maximum value. But he doesn't take, doesn't check which one is the maximum value. Why? That also I don't know. Minimum of a modulus g comma g minus a modulus g. Uh, yeah, this is a bit complicated. I'm not gonna lie. I've actually not able to understand. I'm not been able to understand the solution at all. Like if I try once more, like that, this much part, since GCD of x comma y is less than minimum of x comma y is less than or equal to. Yeah, yeah. This is also true. GCD of x comma y is always less than minimum of x comma y, or GCD of a minus b can never exceed a minus b. GCD of a minus b comma b can never exceed a minus b. Right. To to we need to achieve the required GCD. We need to there are two ways to do so. Increase P to the largest multiple of G less than or equal to AB, or improve smaller than beta. Like either we can take A modulus. It's too complicated, bhai. I'll have to see the code. I'll have to see the solution and then understand it. Like right now, I'm not able to understand the solution at all. Like this solution, I can't get the feeling that this like why this like I'm not able to understand how this works. I'm able to understand that this will like the with this question the maximum excitement will always be equal to the difference, because no matter how what we do, the difference remains constant. So that much I understand, but I don't understand the entirety of the solution. I will have to like check it later after the stream ends, or maybe tomorrow possibly before the stream starts. Just get accepted. I've cheated the solution, so I know it will be accepted. Don't make me wait so much. It sounds wrong. Bad boy. Okay, so relays are apparently a very bad boy. This just makes it that much more funny. I'm not gonna lie. Isn't it funnier? Like the question statement itself are funnier, much funnier in Codeforces than they ever were in lead code. Get, get, fuck you. Just get accepted, bhai, so that I can move on. I can move on. Yeah, that will be accepted eventually. You know. So basically, if you stare, then you can go upwards, downwards, the rightwards, and leftwards. So that the distance traveled and turn is maximized. Still, then the mean and is contains n and I say where n and r the number of the dimensions of the room and the cell at which and is standing. Okay, but don't get where relay is standing. Oh, it doesn't matter. Stuff to go. One, two, three, four, one, two, three, four, five, one, two, three, four, six. This will work. I'm pretty sure this will work with this approach of mine. I think it will work. Let's just wait. I think this work. Big question. How are now? Let's take some examples, and hopefully we'll be able to say our own statement, right? So the number of rows is two, and that is three. So n is and I and j. So I is 1 1. So 1 1. So basically he is here. Then according to my y1 should be equal to j. So I equals to 1, j equals to 1, y1 equals to 1, x1 equals to max of I minus 1, 1 minus 1, 0, and n minus 1, 3 minus 1, max of 0, comma 2, just 2, y1, x1, x1, then x2 equals to x1, which is still 2, and y2 equals to maximum of j minus 1, 1 minus 0, comma n minus j, 2 minus 1, and j minus 1, so 0. No, basically 1. So 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 should be the answer, and my answer is correct. So for the first case, our answer does pass actually. And now let's check for some other, like the next case, like why this doesn't. First is n is 4, n is 4, I is 1, j is 2. So it's a 4 by 4 grid. It's a 4 by 4 grid. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I is 1, and j is, no, I is denoted, I is the x value, and j is the y value. I is 1, j is 2. Yeah, I is 1, j is 2. So y1 is equal to 2. X1 is I minus 1, 1 minus 1, 1 minus I, 4 minus 1, which is max of, uh, which is max of 0, comma 0. Huh? So my father has actually come, and I need to first eat dinner. It's actually kind of late. Like you are not able to say, but it's 10:30, and which is considered late by my father's standards. So I only did solve one or two questions, and I after eating, I will solve this one, and then I will do the daily report question. So that will be four. That is sad that I wasn't able to stream for a long time today, but it's what it is, right? We can't do anything about it. Bye. Bye.